Hola a todos! Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm at the far end of Los Urrutias, up where the little strip of restaurants and bars are. I'll just show you where the location is in a wee second. Let's see what's going on down here. So this is the road in from Los Alcázares. I believe it's the N332. There's a lot of houses here at the top end. I've been in on the right hand side there before, and there are quite a few houses up in there. I don't believe there's any commercial centres, so no shops or anything like that over in that end, but there is a nice little row of restaurants here, so I'm just going to show you those. So this little row here is all bars, restaurants. And the first one, you'll see it on the sign there. It always amused me. It was called Paddy Sings. You know, the Indian Irishman trying to cover all bases. Daily menu €10. That's an old sign because it's now changed owners, and I believe it's now just called Paddy's Pub. So I'm just going to walk along the front here and show you what's here. So pizzeria, grill, restaurant, Paddy's Pub and Grill, sports bar, pub and grill, live music, parties, music, fiestas, celebrations. Looks like they do all sorts of stuff there. There's a little hairdressers which I have never noticed. Maybe that's your local hairdressers. Then we've got the Curry Hut, so authentic Indian restaurant and takeaway. Don't know what the prices are like along here. Let's just have a quick look. So Indian fast food, Rollo chicken tikka, small $5.95, large $7.50. Chicken tikka pita bread, the same prices. Samosas $6.50, batura $6.95. So these are all sort of quick takeaway stuff. They do tandoori pizzas. So if you like to combine Italian food with Indian food, you can get tandoori pizzas here. So jalfrezi pizza $8.95, lamb danza, in fact they're all $8.95 apart from the Curry Hut calzone pizza, which is $11.95. So that's an interesting twist. And then you have a big menu here with lots of stuff on it, which I'm not going to try and include. Is this a menu del dia? There you go. So Curry Hut menu del dia. You get starter, main course, a dessert and a drink. So it's a small beer or a glass of wine or a soft drink. And that's served from 1 PM to 4 PM, and you can have 2 courses for $10.95, 3 courses and a drink for $14.95. Now that's cheaper than chips, isn't it? Really good. And then the other offer they've got on is special tapa of the day. So tapa and a small beer $4.95. So some offers there on the go from the Curry Hut if you fancy it. Might come along and try that one night actually. In fact, I believe that's the one that does the Monday night quiz. Is this the restaurant that does that Monday night quiz and a meal? If you know, let me know in the comments. So then we've got a little Spanish bar, Bar Fado, Bendita Locura Cafeteria. Now, I've seen some of their stuff popping up on Facebook and it always looks really good quality. So again, if you know what it's like, let me know. And then we have Peaky Blinders. Now Peaky Blinders used to be a really popular place. We went last year, I've not been in since, and I know it's changed hands. So again, is Peaky Blinders still as good as it was? Has it changed? If it has changed, have you told the owners it's changed and then maybe need to go back to the way they were? Remember, If you're ever not happy with the service or the quality of food in any of these restaurants, please tell them. Tell them and give them a chance to put it right. You know, don't just plaster it all over social media without giving them a chance to put it right, because sometimes they genuinely don't know unless customers like us tell them. So keep that in mind. And I must make sure that I don't miss, just further on from those little row of bars and shops, you have La Palmera Bar and Grill. Looks to be another nice little place, quite popular. It says drink, eat and dance. Beber, comer, bailar. So that looks quite nice in there as well. Again, haven't been, must make an effort to get out to more of these places to have a look. When you live here all the time, you tend not to go out as much as you would have when you were coming on holiday. So it's easy to miss a lot of these places, but another nice little spot just to while away an hour if you live in the area. And just to complete the set of restaurants at Los Urrutias, we have this little one, Don Lorenzo. Don't know much about it. I don't know if it's open. It looks a bit run down. Is it open? Let me know in the comments. I can see some chairs and tables there. I don't want to walk around. I hate disturbing people when they're maybe sitting at their lunch. But this one's just round the back of the main strip that I showed you. You know, Paddy's Bar, Peaky Blinders, and the Curry House. So just further along on the left, you'll find this little Don Lorenzo. So I'm just going to have a wander down to the Mar Menor at this part again, show you what's here. Nice little seating area outside Peaky Blinders there. It's a nice little spot actually to come in and just spend an hour having a drink, catching up with friends. So I'm just going to walk down this little street here. In fact, it's probably better if I show you what the camera's seeing in front of me, rather than having my mug plastered all over YouTube. Because I know you must be getting fed up seeing it. And if you are, tell me. Please let me know in the comments. Am I getting the balance right? I'm trying to build the channel for the people that are watching it, not as a self-indulgence, self-promoting kind of thing. I genuinely enjoy doing the videos, but I want to make sure you guys enjoy watching them as well, so let me know. So you can see here, little walkway. Cars can't drive down here. I think you can get in and out, obviously to move furniture and things, but I think the parking's round the back. So this little street is just, you know, you're never going to have any traffic driving up and down it, which is great. And you can see here there's a gate to stop people cutting through. Now we have walked round these back streets, and these houses are great here. And we did a quick comparison actually, and if you're in the market for a villa with a bit of land, to have a proper home here rather than just somewhere to live for a few years or as a holiday home, there are some fantastic bargains here compared to Los Ortas. In fact, I just seen a little sign there, little beer sign. It must be a beach club. So I'm just going to walk in. I can hear voices, so I think there's people in a pool here. So I'm not going to obviously go up and bother them, but that's definitely a swimming pool up there. And this looks like this little bar restaurant right on the beach. Fabulous. Yeah, look at that. Another little hidden gem that I never knew was here. So somebody can come and get cold drinks and probably a bite to eat maybe, I don't know. Can you get food in here? Let me know in the comments if you can get food in this little bar, or is it just somewhere for a wee quick swally. So I'm just coming out here to the Mar Menor. Nice little toilets there, look at that. Toilets just off the beach. Look clean and tidy, which is great. And then one of the things that I will say about this part, we have come along here just for a walk. And it's such a peaceful place to come and walk, and it's obviously not as busy as Los Urrutias sometimes can get. It's almost like it's just unknown, people don't know about it. So again, if you're looking for something out of the ordinary one day, just to get away from the crowds when it's busy in the summer months in Los Urrutias, you know, come along to Los Urrutias. And there's that little restaurant playa, look, right on the walkway here at the beach. So I'm just going to cut through here and have a look and see what the beach is like. So there you go. Another nice little beach here. But again, the water's it's not just as clean as the other parts, so you have to keep that in mind. In fact, I might wander over and have a look. I just don't want to disturb people. As I desperately hunt for people on the beach. So there's two people here in a wee deck chair under a brolly, so I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I just walk past them to go and have a look at the water. So plenty of space on the beach here, eh? Doesn't look like there's much chance of you having to share your beach umbrella with other people that they're sitting that close. So I see a couple of little camper vans up there, so people obviously using that as a little stopover point. That's not a bad place to pitch your camper van, is it? Look at that. Right on the Mar Menor. And then just beside me you've got toilets, you've got a swimming pool, you've got a little bar. Ideal. So if you're a motorhomer, come outside Los Urrutias and you can pitch there. So Balnearios del Mar Menor. So it's a little fancy shaped pier and walkway. I would say this, if it was better known, this would probably be a great Instagram spot, wouldn't it? Look at it, little zigzaggy pier. In fact, it probably gives me a chance to let you see what the water's like. It's really, really weedy here. I don't know if you'll see it in the video. And although the water's clear, but it, you know, it is really weedy and lots of algae and stuff about in this bit, so it's probably not the nicest bit to come swimming in, but it's certainly a nice beach. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll do an Instagram photo here, eh? So, you can see the beach, you've seen the walkway, you've seen this little pier, and you've seen the water, so you can make your own mind up about whether it's somewhere you would want to come and spend the day at the beach. If you're not someone who dips into the water, it's ideal for you, but if you like to dip into the water, just be mindful that it is a wee bit claggy and a wee bit planty, so keep that in mind. But lovely little walkway here. I don't know how long it is. It's certainly somewhere it's nice to come for come for a wander. It does go a fair bit further up there past where the barriers are out. They're doing some work up there. It does definitely goes past that, so it's a decent walk for you. So that's the far end of Los Urrutias at the little commercial centre. There's a few little bars and restaurants and little hairdressers. So probably enough to keep you busy here, you know, if you live in the area. And then the beauty of it is that only 5 minutes along the road, the next little town, Los Nietos, has the little, like a little single track tramway that goes all the way into Cartagena, and I think it's only a couple of euros. So if you did live here, it's easy to either drive along to Los Alcázares or to get the little tram along at Los Nietos up into Cartagena. So there are some travel options for you. I don't know what the buses are like, but you'd have to research that. Just seen this guy working up a tree here, look at this. So chopping away at the palm trees, keeping them tidy. Never ending job here, every year these trees get bigger. And these guys have to come along and lop things off the top of them. Anyway, as always, I hope you enjoyed that one. Trying to show you some areas that maybe are kind of off the beaten track a little bit that you don't know about. And if you see houses advertised in the area, at least you've got an idea of what's here, rather than just trusting the estate agent, let's say. And on that note, we'll see you all on the next video. Hasta luego.